Kia ora everyone, hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well today. Today I am witchcrafting. I'm making a witch's ball and I thought I would show you what I am doing and share the process with you guys. I am making a witch's ball for my home what sort of encompasses quite a few different elements to it and quite a few different energies. Prosperity, protection, tranquility, calmness, all things that are really important that my home maintains. So that is what is happening, and to speed things up, because I have quite a lot of ingredients going in here. I have already cleansed my little ball. Now you can get these in loads of different sizes. I don't typically like big I was going to say I don't like big balls. I think we'll just move along from there. I don't like the really large ones of these. I like the smaller ones. So I typically just buy the little ones, and this is glass. You can get them in plastic as well. Loads of different sizes. You can probably find them now in shops if shops are putting their Christmas displays out, which they probably are, which is a bit sad, but there you go. Right, so that has had a cleanse with white sage, and it's still a little bit, I don't know if you can see, but there's still a little bit of smoke coming out of that. I gave it a really good cleanse because this has been sitting around for a while. But anyway, we will just get on with it. So let me move some stuff out of the way. That needs to go over there, that needs to go over there. So as I said, I've got quite a lot going in here. And the first thing that we're going to start with, I want this to be pretty. I do like my creations to be aesthetically pleasing. So I think we're going to start with catnip, which I need to put a label on this jar. It's really annoying me that it does not have a label on it. I need to print some more off. So catnip is quite possibly one of the most happiest herbs that you can use in your practice. It's a happy, feel-good, joyful type of herb. It makes a beautiful calming tea as well, actually. I quite often drink catnip tea, and it's really lovely. It's really lovely blended with something like peppermint or lemon balm. And in something like this, it's perfect because it brings in those elements of happiness and peace and calm, which is what I want in my home. I hear my phone ringing. That could possibly be my sister. Yes, it sounds like it. I will be back in a minute. I am back, and it is not a minute later. It is several hours later. It's actually night time. You can probably see from the sort of the background's gotten a little bit dark. I literally was on the phone to my sister for, it was well over an hour. And then I started watching The Chase. I don't know if any of you guys watch The Chase with Bradley Walsh, but I absolutely love it. Me and my husband are big fans of it. I think Bradley Walsh is quite possibly the most adorable. I love him. And then I cooked dinner. Homemade hamburgers tonight. Very, very yummy. And I just got distracted. So anyway, we are back to work on this witch's ball. So I think I talked a little bit about the properties of catnip. I'm going to add a little bit more. Catnip, like I said, is a very happy, joyful, feel-good herb. It's a relaxing yet an uplifting herb. It sort of lifts the spirits, I find. And I will be harvesting some more from my garden because it's sort of, we've had a few warm days and it is definitely starting to take off. So I'm going to put a little bit more in. That needs to be broken up a little bit. There's not a lot of working room with this little nozzle on here, but it's all good. It's actually raining quite a bit outside, which I'm thrilled about because we've had quite a dry spring, and that's not good coming into summer because we typically get quite dry summers anyway. So we sort of want quite a lot of rain in the spring over here in Canterbury. Right. That looks pretty good to me. So, oh God, I love the smell of dried catnip. I don't know. I used to not particularly like the smell of catnip. I used to think catnip smelled a little bit like cat wee. And I preferred cat mint, and I do grow cat mint in the garden, but dried catnip just smells better to me than fresh. I don't know why. All right. We better crack on because otherwise this video is probably going to be an hour long, and I'm pretty sure you don't want to be seeing me do this for an hour at a time. So we've done catnip. I think next we're actually just going to do rose, and it's pretty self-explanatory why I would be using rose in a witch's ball for my home. So I've got some lovely little rose buds. I'm hoping that they're gonna be able to fit in here. Oh yes, I'm gonna have to pick out some smaller ones. I wanted to use rose buds as opposed to rose petals. Whoops, come here you little bugger. And I think we'll put 9 in. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that already looks lovely. Now I'm going to charge this off camera, obviously, so that side of things I won't be showing because that's personal to my practice. So we've got catnip and we've got rose. Next I think we will add skullcap. Now okie dokie, so I am adding some skullcap grown in my garden. Now I was actually going to share all the associations, but we're just going to be here for way too long. So skullcap is, I'm putting it in for love, peace and relaxation. Again, I'm making a huge mess. Really important elements to have in my home. And I did find this one in Scott Cunningham's book because I did want to share all the other associations, but like I said, we'll be here forever. But agenda is feminine, planet is Saturn, its element is water, and it's also known by helmet, flower, hoodwort, madweed, Quaker bonnet. And yeah. Okay, we'll leave that there because otherwise we're going to be here forever, and you should always do your own research anyway into the ingredients that you're using. So that is skullcap. I think next we will do some lavender. I also feel that this one is pretty self-explanatory. peace, happiness, calmness. I wonder if I can put this in here with my little spoon. Otherwise, no, it's not going to work. I possibly should have brought a little funnel in, but I figured that that would look a little bit kind of, I don't know, not very nice. So we'll just pour it in and make a huge mess in the process. Do any of you guys, like when you're creating things, do you find that you connect with them more if they look a certain way? Like I've always been like that. I have to like the look of my creations. I don't know, I've always been like that. I'm a very aesthetic, visual person. Okay, that's lavender. Next, I think we will put some gorse in, gorse flower, and I haven't worked with gorse before up until like recently, and I must say the smells, just the dried flowers are lovely. They're so sweet and vanilla-y. They're just lovely. So I'm using gorse for protection and prosperity. And when you think about how gorse grows, 1, 2, 3, we'll do 5. It's a very vigorous grower and it spreads itself around quite a lot. To me it just makes sense that it's used for prosperity. Let's give that a wee shake. Lovely. Next we're going to add vervain, also from the garden. Vervain is known as the peace bringer, and if all my little seedlings survive, I will have vervain growing out of the wazoo. It's really hard to sow small amounts of some of these herb seeds because they're so teeny tiny, and I think I've got like 8 or 9 plants, and I already have some growing in the garden. So my husband's like, where are you going to put it all? I'm like, well, I don't know, but I'm sure I'll tuck it in somewhere. Maybe I should open up a herb business and sell my homegrown witchy herbs. I do tend to grow rather a lot, far more than what I can use. A little bit more. Okay, so that is vervain. Next we are going to add some saffron. Saffron for happiness. I love this little tin. I got this just from the supermarket, but I think the tin is adorable. I will be keeping the little tin once I have used all the saffron for something, because it's lovely. Yeah. One more pinch, I think. Perfect. We've got 2 more to add. So the first is anemone. This is the first year that I've actually grown anemone in the garden. It's a bulb, and you can get it in quite a few different colours, but I have the purple ones, and they were spectacular. The flowers lasted for friggin' ages. I'm definitely going to be putting more in. I just had them in pots and they were so lovely to look at when there wasn't a hell of a lot else growing in the garden. And excuse me, my research, I mean, look at that. The light's not great obviously because it's at night, but they're so pretty. My research into anemone showed that they were a great protection plant, and they're just so aesthetically pleasing to look at. I love anything purple. I love purple flowering plants. I always have, and I love the combination of purple and green together. I don't know, it's just so fey to me, but anything purple I love. And these were quite a deep purple, and they have dried to this lovely, we'll just add one more petal I think, this lovely sort of bluey purple. They're just lovely. So I got the bulbs really cheap at the supermarket of all places. Let's have a look at that. Oh yes, that looks gorgeous. And the last ingredient, herb-wise, that I am adding is violet flower. Now I didn't harvest a huge amount of violets this year, so I'm only putting in 3. But violets are great for luck, peace, love and protection. And oops, if you honestly, if you've never smelled the absolute heady scent of fresh violets, then I feel sorry for you. I really do. They're lovely. I have quite a few clumps. They're really easy to grow, but they can get a little bit invasive if you're not careful. But I just absolutely love them. So that is where we're at herb wise. Let me see if I can show you. My leg has completely gone to sleep. A bit of a better. Looks lovely, absolutely lovely. And I just realised I have forgotten something, so I will be back in a minute. Okay, so I actually have decided to add another herb. I wonder if I can zoom this in just to here, actually. Is that a bit better? Probably not. I've decided to add some bruise wort. This is also known as lawn daisy or English daisy. I just felt really called to add this when I was looking in my herbal cabinet for something, and bruise wort is another great plant to use for prosperity. It's also very tenacious. It's extremely hard to kill. You'll know if you have it growing in your lawn. And it kind of just caught my eye when I was looking in my cabinet. I'm going to add 3, and I thought, I need to use that. Go with my intuition. So that is that in there. Looks lovely. And I'm going to add some crystals. I'm actually just going to add crystal chips because this is such a small hole up here. So the first one is just a little piece of quartz to keep this charged, to give it potency and power. And I'm also going to be adding some citrine chips to keep this energetically clear. So how many shall we add? I can hear a kitty cat trying to get in here. 1, 2, I think 3 will be fine. I love these little jars of chips I get from the crystal shop. They're just adorable. And I'm also going to be adding 3 rose quartz. Peace, tranquility and love. 1, 2, we'll add 3. 1, 2, and 3. Also, another item that I'm putting in here is a little spell. I just wrote some special words on some parchment paper, some coffee dyed paper, coffee stained paper that I make. Put a little metal ring around it, and I'm going to be putting this in here as well. I will need 2 hands for this. So, oh gosh, that looks lovely. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to go away and charge this with my intent to put my power, my energy into it, and then I will come back and show you how I'm going to finish it. Okay, now let me just scoot this down a little bit. Scoot this up a little bit, and we're joined by Manson, who's, thank you Manson. I'm sure everyone appreciated seeing your hairy little bottom. Manson, I wouldn't go so far as to call Manson my familiar. I don't think he's that. But he loves being in here with me. I think it's more curiosity than a magical ally, but he's very, very attached to myself and Ivan because he was an orphan, a tiny little orphan at 3 weeks, and we did save his life, didn't we, darling? And please don't do that to the camera. And he's you're not seriously going to sit right there, are you? Don't. That's a candle. Sorry. And yeah, he's very attached to us. All of us really, but especially myself and Ivan, because we did a lot of, we had to really look after him when he was tiny. Anywho, so this witch's ball has been charged and its intentions have been set, and now I'm going to finish it off. I'm going to put the little cap on it, and I'm going to put some ribbon around it. A lot of people bind this shut, like sorry, you can't see. A lot of people like bind it around here. I'm not going to do that because I kind of like that silver look, but I am going to put some ribbon around it, and just making sure that that's centre because I am a bit pedantic. I don't know how close I am to the camera, probably too close. You can probably hear me breathing heavy. So I am going to put just some thin black organza ribbon, black for protection, and I have, please don't tell me you want out, you'll just have to wait, I'm afraid, mister. It looks like he's about to claw my cloak down and lie on it. I have a little bee charm to attach to this as well. Bees, I absolutely love bees, and I love bee symbology. Bees are, you know, they're all about communication and hard work and you know, family. They're really, really protective, and I love the symbology of bees, so I'm going to be attaching that to this. So cut off a length. Manson, really? And I think what we'll do is we will, you can't even see what I'm doing. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit because I think I'm probably a little bit too close. Now you can see all the mess on my floor that I made. Okay, so let's put that there, through there, and we will loop that. Very simple. I'm not about doing anything too fancy and elaborate. And we will just close this little ring up to make sure my charm doesn't fall off. Excuse my nails. I painted my nails literally 2 nights ago, and my husband said, what are you doing that for? Because they'll just chip because you'll be in the garden. And literally that's what happened. What are you doing? Okay, hang on, sorry. I know you're not looking at anything, but it's a little bit awkward. I need to position my tripod a little bit better in the future, I think. Or do it on a table. But I do have very limited space, and I do like to craft in my witchy room and not in like the rest of the house. Okay. I will bring you in and show you a close-up in a minute. I'm just going to tie a wee knot up here. I think I might go and do some thrift shopping tomorrow since I am on holiday. I feel the need. Today was Labour Day, so it was actually, everyone had a 3-day weekend. I would normally be at work, but since I'm on holiday, I included Labour Day. Okay, I'm going to call that good. Oh, I love it. I do love it. Okay, I will show you a close-up. It's very simple, but that's what my practice is. My practice is very simple. I don't do anything too elaborate, too out there. I do like my things to look really pretty, but not over dramatic either. So I love it. It's gorgeous. I think it turned out beautifully, and I will hang this up. Oh, Manson. I will hang this up tomorrow. I'm going to sit it on Morrigan's altar overnight and let it charge a bit more on there. But that is the finished witch's ball. I'm very, very pleased with it. I know this video was very long. I apologise. And I haven't talked about the history of witches' balls because this would be even longer. There are heaps of videos here already on YouTube. Half Witch has got a very good one about witches' balls if you want to go and check it out. If I remember, I will link it down below. So there we go. Yay, I'm glad I got that done. Love it. Thank you for watching. And I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.